Hello and welcome to our channel. My name is Rinat Khasanov and we begin our weekly performance about American markets from by ftninvest.us website. We offer to you to follow our portfolio. Please consider this. Go to our website, register there, and we welcome you among our clients. You can become customer online. Just subscribe. But now we begin with S&P 500, and you see, although I showed it to you in a previous week that there is a head and shoulders model, you see some kind of rise in S&P 500. In my view, it was rather random movement because the trend, the growing trend, was very strong in the U.S. market, and now you see head and shoulders. It is a model which finishes the trend, but not immediately. Not immediately. And there was some kind of good news for market. For example, the last one, the Supreme Court decision to ban Trump tariffs. I don't think I'm not an American. I'm just talking about markets, but I don't think it's a good thing for the U.S. itself. Maybe even for markets, but the situation has changed, and there will be consequences. Maybe US there will be lawsuits from companies. They will claim the duty back. A lot of problems with the Trump administration, with the Trump himself. All his policy now turned down, and what next? What next he will do? So the amount of uncertainty in America is going up. So considering this head and shoulders, considering that valuation of some stocks in the USA are so high, so it's hard to imagine. In my view, the head and shoulders in S&P 500 and in overall American market, it's still actual. Yes, there were some kind of random movement related with news, some kind of maybe. You see, there was a movie, a Star Wars movie, New Hope. But now, in my view, it looks like last hope. So you see, in Nasdaq, there is some kind of up movement from this sector with so high valuation. It's impossible valuation of many companies, and they still find a way to grow. So we call it the last hope of the American market. But in my view, there is not a lot of strange in this movement in Nasdaq. And yes, the same situation you will see in S&P too. As far as Dow Jones, you see that it's still moving around the blue line, which I showed to you in the previous weeks. Maybe it also shows some last hope, but in my view, Dow Jones should be much better than other American indices, for example, as S&P and Nasdaq, because because of the structure of Dow Jones first, yes, and then because there is not so much under a lot of high valuation stock, not so much in Dow Jones. So please consider this as an advice. As far as our portfolio, it was a bad week for us. We can't rise every week. But I told you before in the previous week that we are on defense position. There are some stocks, they were falling during that week, but in my view, it's not a time to sell it. Because of already very low position in every graph we can consider. Yes, this is undervalued stock. The market sells it. Okay, we say these losses are not a problem for us because I told you we have a lot of cash in our portfolio. So we will wait until the reversal of the market as far as our own stocks. Please consider subscribing, go to our website and follow our portfolio. Another thing to consider is US government bond yield. Yes, it was fallen, but now you see the reversal model in this graph. In my view, there wasn't support for US stocks with high valuation when the yield go down. But now we see some kind of reversal, some kind of bull model. It's a bull model in a US government yield, bond yield, and it's a bad thing for overall market. It's a bad thing. Rising yield, it's always a bad thing for the market. So another thing to consider is the rising US dollar index, and it's a bad thing. Maybe not very related with the market, but it's not a good thing for the market. Let's say like this, because many companies, US company earns money abroad, overseas, and the lower the dollar, the better for them, because they make money in international markets. So I still think there is no way, no place to grow in the US market, and please consider that the Head and Shoulders is still actual, but I'm quite sure that you should go to the defense position as we are. Thank you very much and take care.